Sparks, I'm live. So I'm actually enjoying these live videos because I don't have to edit them, and I'm kind of like not in the business of YouTube. So I'm in the business of getting out quick information. So it's just the best way for me to present the information. So if you're joining me live, stay on, because I actually have a phone number that you can call and actually ask me questions live. I am learning from Brandon Weaver because he kicks ass on YouTube, and I thought, you know, I'm going to do that for my subscribers. So I know a lot of you have questions, and if I could just answer them like right away, it would be better. So today in this video, I'm going to actually talk about the MBE certification and why it matters for Black entrepreneurs, specifically women, because I'm a woman, and how getting certified actually gives you an advantage. Now, here's the thing. I recently saw something on LinkedIn, and the guy was like, he put something out like, basically it was all about working hard. Hard work this, hard work that, hard work, hard work, hard work. Actually, you know what? I have my computer here. I'm gonna bring it up and tell you exactly what he said, because I didn't agree with it, and I was like, whatever. Work harder. And he's talking about opposing counsel's more experience. Work harder. Opposing counsel smarter. Work harder. Now, again, this is tailored to attorneys. Opposing counsel has more resources. Larger staff, team of attorneys. Work harder. Litigation's a struggle wills. And again, it was just all about never get outworked, never get out hustled. You can overcome a host of shortcomings if you just simply work harder. And I'm like, bullshit. And I put, I'm not an attorney, but all my clients are. Sometimes hard work isn't enough. And the more I actually thought about that, as a Black woman, I've been told my entire life, work hard. You have to work 10 times harder. I think that Black people come out of the womb automatically knowing we have to work harder than everyone else. Like, it's not even an option not to work hard. We just know that we have to outwork everyone else. But at what point is the playing field is just not level enough to work harder when other people just simply have advantages that you just don't have, They have leverage you don't have. They have money, family, resources, networks, relationships, capital. You just don't have it. Credit. So I want to talk specifically about this MBE certification and how you can leverage it to build your business. Now, if you're not familiar with it, this certification is for minority-owned businesses in the United States with 51% or more shareholder. Actually, I don't know if you can be shareholder for that, but you have to be at least 25% Asian, Black, Hispanic, or Native American. That's the group member. And minority-owned, operated, and controlled. I actually have a credit card here. I had to use it for something, and it's kind of like irritating me. Anyways, so with this certification, it opens up government contracts, federal contracts, and huge opportunities with private companies. So oftentimes people are like, oh, I want these opportunities, but I don't want to wait for government money. As a descendant of slaves, yes, I listen to Yvette Carnell. We have to use whatever advantage we have, because at the end of the day, when I'm learning in my company, in my business, when my clients come work with me, they're like, oh my God, like, you're the best I've ever worked with. There's all these accolades. And we are like the best in the industry with what we do. Now, do we produce the best videos? No, but we produce the best long-term solution in terms of the content, the videos, the social media, the partnerships. I'm in business, the follow-up, but we're still not getting like the bulk of the business. There are people out here telling other lawyers and law firms not to even work with me, not to even speak to me. It's crazy. And I'm thinking, how can I win? Right? So I'm doing okay, but how can I win? And so when you go through the MBE process, and I'm just going to walk you through the questions they ask. When you go through this process, you're going to set your company up to do business with the big entities like the Nikes, the AT&Ts, the T-Mobiles, the Coca-Colas, because they've earmarked like 25% of their funds to do business with you. 5% of certain contracts have to go to MBEs. Now, that doesn't guarantee you any success. You have to be damn good with what you're doing, but there's leverage. The MBE is $500. I decided to create this video because there's old videos out here where people are like, well, pay us $1,000 and we'll show you how to do it. Bullshit. You go online, go on for your whatever state you're in. I'm in Georgia. It was $500 to apply. And it took us about 6 months, but there were some things that, you know, needed tweaked here and there, but it was really them. I think they were backlogged because it really only takes 90 days, but they'll tell you what you're missing. Like, they'll tell you. I didn't have an operating agreement. I don't know how the hell I'm in business without an operating agreement. And yes, I have attorneys, but whatever. So, you know, I'm walking through and I'm like, oh, with the WeBank's even easier. So you need to, I mean, basic information as I'm looking through your name, contact information, address, business information. If you already have a certification, your annual sales for the first 3 years. If the business is less than 1 year, just provide gross receipts to date. Really simple. The size of your company, how many employees you have, your Dun & Bradstreet number, which is free. And I actually applied for mine. I didn't even have it when I entered this, but it's free. And thank you for those of you that are actually joining and watching me live. I have a phone number where you can call me. Hopefully I can get to that because I actually have to run to take Manser to basketball. MBE ownership information. What type of business structure do you have? And here's the thing, even if you're not applying for this, I recommend going through this so that you have your business set up correctly. Even if you work with an attorney, there's certain things structurally you need to understand about operating a business. Being certified means you really do have your stuff together with your business, okay? How are you filing your taxes? The business structure, it asked me, ownership information, members, where is the business premises? Let me see. I'm really reading through this. This is easy stuff. Managing employees, owner contributions. Do we have resources? Does your company share any resources with any firm or individual? Identify how decisions are made. Because I'm 100% owner, I make the decisions. Parent subsidiary bonded and legal restrictions. I mean, again, this is it. That's it. The next thing, what products and services do you offer? Your NAICS codes. Now, when I originally did this, NAICS is these are basically your government codes that I don't even know what it stands for. It's down here. But it's so super easy to look up. They haven't been changed in like forever. But I only put 2, but I found out later after I built out a capability statement, which I'll talk to you about, that we qualified for like 10 of them. So if you have questions, leave them below the video. I promise you, I'll walk through it. And then look up other people in your industry because that's going to help you understand, oh, I can do this, 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 this. And remember, if your company can't do it or if you're a solopreneur and you can't do it, you can outsource it. You can outsource it to another marketing company and then you can partner, okay? What's your description of your company? What do you guys do? Are you in the transportation industry? I had to put down 3 references, which I'm pretty sure they checked. I had to put down my bank references. 3 references, my bank reference, my primary industry that I'm in, the documents. Oh my God. Now this is where it was like, oh, you have to submit your fictitious business statement if it's applicable. It wasn't applicable to me. And Google's your friend. Driver's license, proof of citizenship, proof of ethnicity, your resume. I actually had to create a resume, which I downloaded from LinkedIn. Your 2 years of business tax returns. Now, if you don't have 2 years of business, 2 years personal, which a lot of people aren't filing their taxes. See, that trips you up right there. File your taxes. 2 years of business tax return statements, your financial statement, which again, you got to run your business like a business. So we use QuickBooks. I think you can pay $5 a month. You need to use QuickBooks for your business. If you're a cash business, go put that money in your bank in your operating account, or you can use an application called waveapps.com and record it, right? Record it. And that way, when you get to the bank, you put the cash in. Applicable operating business license. Okay. I didn't have that. It wasn't applicable. My business lease I had to have. Again, if you're home-based, it said you had to submit security deeds, title deed, property taxes, or lease agreement. Again, you'll have that. My occupational license or business tax receipt. We don't have any equipment we rent, contract work equipment owned. So literally make sure that you're keeping a running list of all the equipment you own. These certifications help you keep your stuff in order. Okay, it's like, oh, I have all of these things because you're in business. If you want to run a business, run it like a business. Your bank signature cards, declaration of your certification of minority status. I think, hey lady, I think that I had this signed by a notary. I'd have to look again. My certificate of organization, articles of organization, your operational agreement, proof of your capital investment. I had to make sure that I told them how I invested the money to start the business. And again, I didn't have any receipts. I really created this business 5 years ago, and then we've been operating in our industry for 3 years. So I had to do a written statement of what I contributed, and they accepted it. You have to have it notarized. You have to have a ledger book information. If you don't have it, it's not applicable. Your copies of your member unit certificates, again, it was not applicable because we had it in our operations agreement. And then your first members meeting, again, not applicable for us. Last members meeting, minutes where members were identified, foreign entity certificate. Most of it's not going to be applicable. And guess what? That was it. You want to leverage an MBE. What you missed, if you're just now joining me, is I'm talking about the MBE certification, and I'm not going to have time to take questions, but I'm going to come back and keep doing live videos on Sundays. And I actually have a number that has a tracking number that comes right to my cell phone, so you'll be able to ask me questions. And there is a tremendous weight on me to help other, specifically Black women entrepreneurs, build thriving businesses, hire staff members. And I'm home today. Normally I'm in my office, so you have a different setting, but you want to be certified. I am understanding in this industry after 5 years, 4 years full-time, 3 years in a niche, being good is not good enough. It's just not. And working harder than everyone else, like I said in the meeting, it's not enough. We're going to have to get out here and leverage the certifications. There's a book that I want you to get. Men, you can get this too, but for women, Capitalizing on Being Woman-Owned. You want to get this book. This isn't a book that you kind of just sit down and read, but it's one of those books that you kind of leaf through, and it's going to give you step-by-step guides on what to get in order to gain. The certifications are going to give you leverage. And after I got my certification, there was actually a pitch session I went to, and I thought, I've been in business a while. I mean, we make multiple six figures, and I know what my elevator pitch is. I actually revised my elevator pitch. I'm like, well, shoot, this was really good because it gave me something different to add to the end of my 30-second pitch. And I'll actually do another video about that. Another thing that you're probably not thinking about, which I wasn't. I'm in business, guys, making multiple six figures. And I'm like, oh my God. Another thing is, number one, you need to know your ideal client. Now, I breeze through that portion of the class because I know who they are, their frustrations, their pains. But a capability statement really helped me to put all of and this is actually the sample one, but I actually created one for my company. What's your core competencies? What's your mission? But putting it into one document, putting your successes, what makes you different, differentiators, your data, putting it in one place is important. So to leverage and build multiple million-dollar companies, you want to be certified. Hard work isn't enough. Being amazing and kind of being out here and networking, it's going to build your net worth. It's not enough. A lot of you all are investing in a lot of these online people, just like I have. I have invested thousands. And I mean, I'm not talking like little bit of money, big money, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. And not that I regret it, but I believe that if I would have started in the beginning and invested $500 in the MBE, $350 in the WeBank, which I did, but didn't leverage, that I would be further along than I am now. That's the advantage. And no matter where you're at as a minority, especially as a Black woman, the playing field's not level. I don't know if it ever will be. I hope so one day, but I probably won't live long enough to see it. My bloodline may. But you can level that playing field by making sure that you're certified, because now it opens up the doors where these companies need to spend 25% of their dollars with MBEs, WeBanks, WOSBs. You can get your 8A, your HUD-Zone. I know it's an effort, but don't spend $3,000 on this internet program where you're not competing on a level playing field when you can spend money to get these certifications and start competing on a level playing field. Okay? So guys, I gotta run. I gotta get Mansour to basketball. Please leave some comments and let me know if you enjoy these videos in terms of, again, I've shifted from hair. You guys have been with me for years, Spark Wisdom. And that's still me, but I'm not my hair, I've moved beyond being married. And I've always stuck with talking about business. And let me know if these are the type of videos you like. And I guess if you don't, I don't care, because that's what I'm going to be talking about. So let me know below how I can add more value in terms of more business videos like this, okay? I love doing the lives, but I'm going to come back. I got to run Mansour to basketball. Hopefully, if there's enough light when I get back. I've set up my room, you know, when I'm here at home, I can do videos. I mean, if I'm not working, I might as well be serving you guys. Yes, yes, yes. You guys are like, yes. Okay, then I'm doing more lives about business. But I'm going to walk you guys through this MBE. I'm going to answer questions, and I'm not charging y'all for this, because bullshit. You don't need to pay somebody $1,000 for MBE information. But what I want you to do, I'm going to start doing these sessions based on understanding your mission, understanding your ideal client, understanding how to market. But you guys, you got to get certified. So pick up this book off Amazon. I think it was like $10. Women, guys, go get this book, because we need to be certified if we're going to win, because we're already at a disadvantage and we're trying to play on a level playing field, because we are like, oh, well, you know, we're working hard and we know we're the best, but we're not getting the business because it's not a level playing field. So we need to level the playing field by getting certified, so we can start getting the big dollars, the trillions of dollars that are out there for us. So again, I'm certified. You guys, actually, I put it on Instagram. Go look me up, Montina Portis. I go by my real name everywhere else, well, in here too. And so you'll see it. CIA Media Group is my company, ciamediagroup.com. And we actually currently only work with attorneys, lawyers, and law firms, but we are now going to expand into the healthcare and educational institutions. And I'm learning so much. Again, I'll come back and talk about capability statements and elevator pitches. I'll be happy to walk you through the certifications again and again and again until you get it, okay? Let me run, because Mansour's going to be knocking on my door. As always, thanks so much for watching. And I guess I should be saying, you know, subscribe, like, comment, share. I don't care. It doesn't really matter. I mean, whatever. Whoever's assigned to me is going to watch my videos. But I want you to know that I do appreciate it. I've been on YouTube almost 10 years. With all the subscribers I have, you guys send me messages. You guys hunt me down. You guys set up clarity calls. And I read every comment. And if you notice, I comment back to every comment. I wrote a YouTube book. I really do care. And I know some of you guys need to hear that. And there were years that I needed to hear it too, but I really do. I really want you to win. If you're struggling financially, you don't have to, because there's too much leverage out here for us. But when we know better, guys, we can do better. So let's do better. All right, y'all. I'll see you in the next video. Peace, y'all. All right.